Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to talk about the left-handed Medford knife and tool Slim Midi. So if you guys go back and watch back in the day, you'll see I had a couple of Slim Midis in right-handed versions, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite knives for the longest time. And so when I saw that they were releasing a left-handed version of the Slim Midi, I was pretty excited. DLT had them for weeks. And people in the EDC for Lefties Facebook group, check it out if you're left-handed, are going gaga over this knife. There's dudes buying multiples, posting it left and right. It's the greatest knife ever, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, something I need to admit here, I'm usually the hype guy, right? I'm usually the guy who's like, this is amazing, you gotta buy this, right? I fell for the hype on this. I let those guys in the group hype me up. And I finally bought one a couple days ago because I went to DLT and I was like, I'll just look. And they had a DLC handle with tumbled blade. And I was like, shit, a Tux version? It's like, I have to get that one. And I was trying to hold out till they had the Tantos. The drop point is actually kind of cool looking. It's fine. So I ordered it. $650 later, 2-day FedEx. It's here. And I think I'm going to return it, actually. All I've done is adjust the pivot because it was loose. So I think that's fair. But I haven't put tools on it anywhere else. I haven't cut anything. I haven't carried it. Talk about that. So I think I'm going to return it just because of the $650. If I try to sell it in that group, I'm probably going to take a massive hit. Lefties just don't sell. And I literally just got it, and technically it has a couple things wrong with it. So I think I'm fair in returning it. I feel bad because I hate that. I really try not to return stuff. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And I just wanted to have the conversation about this knife. I wanted to talk about USA-made knives. I feel like maybe I'm just different, and I just don't. Certain things that bug me just don't bug other people. But I feel like people put up with a lot of shit just because of USA-made. You know, where you could spend $350, and you could get. I can get everything I like for $350 in a Lefty. And I don't have to deal with certain things. But it's China. So some guys are just like, fuck that, I'm out. No China. I get it. I'm not an anti-China. I'm not an anti-USA. I would love to have a huge USA-made collection. It's just nothing. There's not a lot that stands out to me that I get. I get it, and it's so my biggest gripe, just gonna knock it out, is the clip. It has zero ramp. I mean, look at it. It has almost no ramp. It's tappy, first off. I can adjust that. I can tighten it, just bend it in a little bit. It'll stick on the frame. But guess what? Then it's even harder to get in your pocket, which right now I can't get in my pocket. So I don't have a good example, I guess. Here's just like a cloth. But like, there's just no ramp. So like, you have to have the thinnest material to get under that clip. Like, yeah, that worked. But if I try to put it in my pants pocket, it just can't clear. Especially if it wasn't tapping, right? It would have to sit off the frame to fit into my off-the-grid double seam pants. So I think when I had the Slim Midi back in the day, it was right-handed, so I carried it in my back pocket, which is a thinner seam, and I guess I just dealt with it. I don't know what the hell I was doing. But if this was the clip on that knife, I don't know how I carried it. I literally can't carry this. And I'm not bending that clip up to here to carry a knife. Like, no, not happening. Sorry. And to be frank, I My name's Kevin, not Frank. But I don't have a single knife here that I own that I can't get in my pocket. So it's not me. Like, yeah, my seam's a little thicker because it's a knife pocket. It's protected. But there's like no ramp here. You know, the one clip that I have to like just shove in a little bit is this one. This is a custom Lefty Strix. This is USA made. It's handmade in the US, and I love it to death. This is one of my favorite knives ever. But guess what? It has some fucking ramp, so I can get it in my pocket. Sorry. So there's that. It came off center. You can see it's slightly over to this side. This is after me tightening it, so it's tight now. There's no play or anything like that. It's not the end of the world. I get it. I'm picky. Sure. It's $650. It should be centered. But if I crank that to tighten it, maybe I could do that. I'm not going to do it because it's a new knife that I want to return at this point. I'm not going to mess with it. But I tightened it, and this is where we got to. And it's fine. I could deal with that, I guess. I mean, I would probably take it apart, skiff it, do all that shit. The detent is... What's going on here? The detent's really good. They've got that figured out, which is awesome. I like that. The action's a little stiff, so I don't like the fuller. It's kind of smooth. But if you just... Hold on. If you just flick it, it's fine. It works. You can flick it. It's not the end of the world. It is a little smooth. Like, I wish it had crisp edges. I sort of remember the ones I had having a crisper edge, but it works. So that's fine. The lock bar access, we all know, is atrocious. There's just none there. It's too thin. Yeah, there's a little cut there, but it's sharp. And, you know, it really shreds your thumb up disengaging this knife. The action, like, it just doesn't want to clear the lock bar. Sure, I could probably adjust the stabilizer, but that's going to kind of help me from here down. That's what I found on my old ones. It's not going to help me here, right? I have to loosen the pivot quite a bit to get it to drop, which is probably why it was sent to me off center like that, because they had it tuned to where it would actually like feel like, you know, decent. But then it was loose and it had pivot, or it had blade play. So with it tight, you know, action's not great. Again, maybe I could take it apart, put bearings in there, lube shit up, figure it out. I'm sure I could figure it out. I've done that, right? And it's, you know, it's an American-made knife. It's tough, right? It should, you know, maybe it's supposed to be like this, tight, and then you break it in, right? Like, I feel like that's how my other ones were. Has a little bit of a vibration, rattly sound when you close it. Could be partially the clip. Could be partially just something weird. I don't know. But it's cool. You know, I like the Slim Midi design. I've always liked it. It's a nice, you know, slimmer blade from Medford, slicey. I like the ergonomics on the Slim Midi. It's pretty good. This corner's sharp, but yeah, it's always been there. You know, it's very comfortable in the hand. It's a good size knife. Damn, that is stiff. I've always liked the aesthetic of the knife. Yeah, I love this PVD with the satin. It's a cool knife, guys. It really is. So I guess if you're out there and you're left-handed and you're wondering, should I pick up one of these Slim Midis? You know, if you love American-made knives and you're used to like if you're used to Hinderers and CRKs, I think you'll like this, right? But if you're used to, you know, China-made, I guess you want to call it, stuff, I don't think you're gonna like it. But I think that if the clip actually worked for me, I might be more inclined to spend the time to try to dial it in. But I'm not even gonna start. it's just not worth it because I can't carry it. And I'm not going to go out of my way to have a clip made. It's a $650 knife. It should fit in my damn pocket. That's how I feel about it. So, I'm more just disappointed that it didn't work out for me than I am like trying to shit on this knife. Because again, go back, watch my videos on the Slim Midi. I'll try to link them along the way. I love the Slim Midi. So this is tough, right? Like, I just want to be honest that I was let down. And it is what it is. Shit happens. I hope that if you got one, you love it. I'm not here to tell you not to, well, I don't know. I'm not here to tell you not to get one. I'm not here to say the hype was wrong or anything. I'm just here to say I was underwhelmed with the one I got. And personally, I'd rather have my $650. So that's where I'm at. Let me know what you guys think on this. Definitely a cool knife, an interesting conversation. Notice I didn't bring up Greg once because honestly, I don't care about that. I'm just measuring the knife on the knife. We all have differing opinions. And honestly, I feel like the dude has tempered down a bit. I mean, I don't follow him or anything, but I haven't heard any shenanigans in years. So good for him, whatever. They make cool knives. They make good knives. Objectively, these are good knives. Just didn't work out for me. So I wish that was different. I would have been all over a Tanto when they came out too. But with that clip, man, I just can't even start. So love you guys. Thanks for checking it out. Sorry for the little bit of a somber one, but it is what it is. I love you. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Oh, I have a little sneak peek of another USA-made Lefty I'll be doing a video on. This is a Chapman Lake knife. They're out of Ohio. It's got this entropic finish. Obviously not my favorite lightning anode, but it's a button lock. Very interesting design, but left-handed, USA made. So just thought I'd mention it here for you guys. Stay tuned. Love you guys. Hope you have a great day, and I will catch you later. Peace.